In this Tkinter tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to create your very own context menu for your GUI window. Now, if you're watching this on PC or desktop, right-click on your screen anywhere, and then you'll see a context menu pop up. Alright, if I right-click on my screen, this is a context menu. So for those of you who don't really know what this is what a context menu looks like. Alright? I'm using VS Code. This is what the context menu over there looks like. And pretty much every modern GUI window has one of these. Okay, so how do we create this in Tkinter? Okay, so the first thing we'll need to do is create a regular menu. Okay, if you're familiar with menus, the ones that show up near the top of your window, like file menu, save menu, all that kind of stuff. So we need to create something like that first. tk.menu, parent is root, tier off is equal to 0. Then we're going to add some options to this menu using add command. Label is equal to option 1, and command, let's define a function somewhere. Okay, handle click, and we'll just make this fairly generic. Print hello world. Okay, I'm not going to define separate functions for each one of these. Just going to copy paste these quickly so that we can get a nice menu up and running. Alright, and let me just show you one or two cool things that we can do. I'm gonna add a separator as well. There are many things that you can add to a menu. I'll leave a link in the description below, and you can see my menu video over there where we discuss everything about menus, how to create nested menus, so on and so forth. Alright, and here we go. Here's our GUI window. Obviously the menu is not going to pop up right now because we just created a menu. We haven't actually placed it anywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, hold on. Alright. We need to define a way for our menu to show up. Alright, if you're familiar with how menus normally work, we kind of add them to our window, but we're not going to do that here. Okay, because we want it to be a pop-up kind of menu, not a regular menu. So how do we do this? We're going to take advantage of Tkinter's event system. We're going to do root.bind, and the first parameter is going to be the event that we want to bind something to, which is button 3, which is the right click button. Button 1 is left click, button 2 is the middle scroll wheel, button 3 is the right click. The second parameter is the function that we want to bind this event to. So whenever this event occurs, that function is going to run. And we'll call this function handle context menu, or let's call it show context menu. Okay, and let's define it up here, show context menu. And any function that we bind to an event, it takes an event object that contains information about that event, like where it occurred and how it was triggered, so on and so forth. So I'm going to do context menu dot tk popup. This is a method that takes in some coordinates. It takes an x coordinate and a y coordinate, and it's basically gonna create that object. Okay, and in this case it's our menu object. It's going to create our object at that location. So we already have the location in our event object, so let's just extract it. Okay, x underscore root and y underscore root, and we run this code, and now if I right click on our screen, here comes our menu. Okay, and it says hello world whenever I click any of these options. So that's basically the point of today's video. We created a context menu pretty simply, and well, yeah, pretty much. I'll just give you some extra intuition here. What we can do is actually bind this context menu to anything, not just the root. Let me just show you a quick example. I'm going to create a label. Okay, text is equal to hold on, I can't remember whether it's text or label. Weird. Okay, so label.pack. Alright, and this takes the root as a parent. I'm gonna run this code here, and now if I right click anywhere, oh wait, sorry, hold on, label. Alright, and if I right click anywhere on our window, whoops, if I right click anywhere here, nothing's happening. Okay, I'm right clicking right now, but nothing is showing up. But if I go to our label and then I right click, there comes our menu. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that you can basically bind this context menu function and the button 3 event to anything. You can even use this to create multiple context menus. A different context menu will pop up depending on which part of your screen was right clicked. So this is pretty useful, especially when you have multiple frames, multiple divisions in your window. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye then.